Buongiorno, bonjour, hola, and hello. It's me, one of the only greatest of universe, cosmos, Earth, life, human history, period. Jorge Estrada, DC. Okay. It was February 2015. Actually, let me go back here. So I'm in my headquarters, and I'm like, you know what? I need to. I want to do some covers, and let me go ahead and record in the studio. Just to hear myself fully plugged in, with an actual engineer behind the mixing console board, recording, mixing, and my memory is truly from outer space and ancient Rome, ancient eternal Athens and Rome. It just is. So I was like, oh, I remember the paper clip of classified ads that I cut out from the city paper, the DC city paper, many, many years ago. I even remembered where I kept it. I don't know how. Hadn't looked at any of these cut out classified ads in a paper clip in like 10 plus years. I remember where it was. Just like that. I know. Welcome to my brain. So I immediately went to where I knew it was, and it was there. I pulled out the paper clip. There it was. Rose Recording Studio staring right at me. I called to see if it was still open. And it was. Larry Kirchen, the owner, proprietor, manager, operator of Rose Recording Studio, was still there all those years later. And I called him, and I went up to Mitchellville, Maryland, where his studio was. And I did multiple covers. I did multiple rock, pop covers, and rap covers. And at that time, I was slated to meet with the executive A&R of 50 Cent's G Unit Records. As in G Unit? Right. I was slated to meet with the A&R rep of 50 Cent's, yes, as in the one and only super historic rapper 50 Cent. 50 Cent's record label, G Unit Records, and an AR rep from Epic Records, which was the record label that put out Michael Jackson's Thriller album. And they also put out all of Ozzy Osbourne's solo albums of the 80s. And they put out all of the Pearl Jam albums of the 90s. So that's Epic Records. So I was just like, okay. So I went to a studio. We did some tracks. And he says to me, you know what, man? You have a Robert Plant sounding voice, Ray. And at that time, that was 8 years ago, I was not even remotely close to the singer that I am now. And he said that to me then. We're still Facebook friends, and I do plan on reconnecting with Larry. He's a great dude, man. He's just down to earth and a good guy. So long story short, in 2002, Bill Kirchen recorded his entire Grammy-nominated album titled Tied to the Wheel in that very same home-based recording studio of Larry Gershen's. So that's where I recorded February of 2015 and then again November 2016. So Bill Kirchen, gosh, I'll have to do a continuance on this one. But he founded or co-founded this historic band, I believe, out of San Francisco. Oh, man. But anyway, he's been dubbed the quote-unquote founding father of Americana music. He's also been called the Titan of the Telecaster. So, see, I knew my friend over there would like that. You see, just people are so predictable; they really are. So anyway, he Bill Kirchen relocated locally, and I believe he is still locally here. And if he's still alive, I wouldn't be surprised if his band is playing around. But he recorded his entire album Tied to the Wheel inside of the same recording studio where I laid down all of my vocals to rock, pop, and hip hop in February of 2015, and then again in November of 2016. I even also had Larry record some of my original rough track, these song ideas. So there you go. So Bill Kirchen's 2002 album was nominated for a Grammy called "Tied to the Wheel," and it was recorded in the same studio where I laid down those tracks. All right, so that's this video log. Sometime in 2024, I plan on reaching back out to Larry Gershon of Rose Recording Studios in Mitchellville, Maryland. This is Jorge Estrada, DC, D. Servitatio Formulæ, the Roman Emperor of Luke Dalclerism. I like you.